This video is sponsored by Elmer's. Hi, I'm Anna White. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this vertical tiered toy box. It's perfect for dumping larger toys in the bottom and then smaller toys up top. I love how it organizes the smaller and the larger toys, and you're able to actually organize different types of toys as well, but still it has all the benefit of a toy box where you can just dump things in it. So it's really perfect. My 1.5-year-old here loves it. You'll love how simple and easy it is to build. It's all 1x boards, so it's just basically cut and attach and I'm done. So check out this video and I'll show you exactly how to build it. To make this toy box, first you'll start with the sides. They're just 1x12s. And then you'll mark them according to the plan and then cut them off at a taper. You'll do 2 of those. And then you'll just add the bottom shelf, and then the top shelf, which is a 1x8, and then the middle shelf is a 1x10. You'll add that, and then some dividers, and I'll show you an easy way to cut those dividers. Then we'll add full plywood to the back, which will help square it up, and then back over to the front we'll add a 1x2 to keep the bottom toys in, and then a 1x4 to keep the top toys in, and that's it. Super simple. It's important to get good square cuts, so I use a compound miter saw to make all of my cuts. Here's all my boards cut. I'm going to grab the 2 side pieces, those are 1x12s again, and I'm just going to mark where I need to cut the taper off. You can get the full instructions with the detailed diagrams on my blog, so check that out. I just use a straight edge to mark it. And I adjust my saw blade so it's about 1/4 inch deeper than the material. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I just cut. Since it's easier to sand now instead of later when it's an assembled project, just do that quickly. Okay, so now for the bottom shelf. That's the bottom shelf I've got there clamped to the table. You'll notice that there's a 2x2 block underneath it. That's to elevate it 1.5 inches up. I've got 1.25 inch nails here. I'm just going to nail this project together. The reason that I can get away with nails instead of screws or pocket hole screws on this project is because all of my joints are attached from 2 different angles. So I'm attaching from the side there, and then later on I'll also attach from the back and then the front to double reinforce every joint. You can see that 2x2 underneath there. It's just elevating that bottom shelf. I don't have to do any measuring or marking. And then I'm just nailing. And then more glue at the top. And this is the other top edge. I've got a 1x8 for the top, and 1x8 will overextend the front and the sides by 1/2 inch, so I've actually got that marked on my 1x8. And then just nail that top in place. Okay, now for those dividers. So I'm cheating a little. I've already got them cut, and they're 1x10s. But then to cut the taper, I just traced it from the side profile and then cut it again with my circular saw. And I drew a line as well while I had that board in there, so I knew where to apply glue and then where to position the shelf. I also use the divider as a spacer, so it helps me line up where my shelf is. It's the little things that make building just a little easier and more precise and more fun. That's a 1x10 there, so this plan is designed to work perfectly with 1x boards. Now I'm just finding the location for those center dividers, and I just really split the difference. I'm using a square to make sure that those dividers are put in square all the way down. And then of course glue. Whenever you nail, you must use glue, so do not forget it. And then since it has glue in, I put it in carefully at an angle to try my best not to get glue everywhere. And then I'm using my square to kind of help me figure out where I need to place my nails. Just a little trick. Now for the back, just glue all the way around. It's important to make sure your project is square. I've got 3/4 inch nails and I attach the back on. And then since I know my plywood is square, if the edges all match up, I know my project is square as well. And then those 3/4 inch nails to attach the back to all the sides. So the plywood's really important to
especially a project that you're nailing. It's going to add a great amount of structure, and it's going to reinforce all of those joints and make it really hard to pull apart. So you can see here I drew a line where that middle shelf is. And the easiest way to do that is just make a little mark on the ends where you nailed the middle shelf in, and then use a straight edge to draw between. Oh, I love it. I was so excited when I flipped it around and finally got to see it, and it's turned out so well. So that bottom apron is just a 1x10, and it's actually the other half of the 1x10 used for the middle shelf. This plan I was really careful to try to maximize materials so you don't end up with a lot of waste, and you can make this project pretty economically. Just put the apron on, and I'm back to the 1¼ nails, and then I'm just going to nail. Those are the eagle eyes. Yes, I did cut that board just a tiny bit short, and you can see it. It does bother me, but not enough to go out and buy a whole nother board. So then the 1x4, it's going to be a lip for that shelf there. You just glue it and set it in place and nail it. I kind of wish that I had gone with a 1x6 there, because the 1x4, it's great for keeping things like books in place, but it doesn't provide a very big cavity for, you know, like trucks or cars or Legos or things like that that my son likes. Okay, so quick sanding, and then I'm using Rust-Oleum chalked, and paint the inside first, then the outside, and all done. Isn't it pretty? Anytime you use chalked paint, you have to use a clear coat, so I'm just putting it on a clear poly real quick. And it's done. I added those label holders and filled it up with all of my toys, my son's toys. I was amazed at how many toys it would hold. It would hold books. He's got trucks in the bottom. It's great. He loves it.
Well, we really love how it turned out, and it's really organized most all of my toddler's toys. Can't recommend this enough. It's perfect for Christmas. It would be a great Christmas present. I hope you build it. I'd love to see what color you paint yours and how you use it. So please do share if you build. Thanks so much for watching.